Hello everyone, and welcome to Perilous Heights of Dangerousness. Today we are working on decorating the Iron Golem farm. You can tell from the intro that I had been working on a design down there, and after a couple of tries I finally got the final design I really like. And so now it is just a matter of going ahead and building this to completion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 1, 2, and 1. There we go, and that is how the design goes. It's pretty simple. It just takes a fair amount of work and carefulness to get it to build right, basically. I just also had a realization. I'm starting from the top side, which is probably a bad idea, because on the last one I started at the bottom and built up, which made it fairly easy. So I may want to come back down here and build from the bottom up to the top instead of from the top to the bottom, because it's going to make it really hard to build from top to bottom. But I'll go ahead and come down here and show you what's up. Let's see, I'll just put a piece of dirt there so we can get over. Is that missing a block over there? Am I going to have to come back with some glowstone and fix something? Let's see here what's up. I'm missing something somewhere. What is wrong with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this marble block is just off by 1. There we go. And now if I place it here, which means that all of these bushes are off by 1. Is this... Oh, this whole ring is wrong. Okay. This could be a very large problem or a very small one. 1, 1, 2. Okay. So then that means this needs to be here. There we go. And then the bushes here also need to come back 1, and I don't have any shears on me. Let me... I need to go grab some shears super quickly. Or just go make some. I can grab some iron out of the farm. Let's go. Oh, no. There we are. Okay, so in other news, I've been doing some major resource gathering for the Iron Golem Farm project, and I've turned the little SGX Tutorials house over here into a resource hub where I'm storing all of the goods I've gathered, and I'm going to need... Let's get myself an axe made. I always forget to close my email client. Let me go do that. Okay, like I was saying, I've been doing some major resource gathering for this, and that is why there have not been very many vanilla episodes. Is basically all my time on this server has been resource grinding, running around in the nether, running around in that one spruce forest that we've been harvesting for a while, gathering all the leaves, and all of that other good stuff I'm going to need to get this project done. There we go. Okay, there we go, and this ring is now correct. So you can see that it's a pretty simple design. There's a ring of spruce logs, followed by 2 rings of leaves, followed by a ring of marble, followed by a ring of glowstone, and then it's just that inverted on top of itself. And just kind of going over the idea I had for this, I'm thinking I'm going to have 2 of these rings, one up there, one down here, and then in between them, I'm going to have like this tube that the iron golems fall down by, and it's going to have almost like root-like tentacles that reach out and grab onto the sides of the ring, and then around the golem housing themselves, these little golem areas, I will build a little, kind of like a decorative sphere to cover up these villages. And then at the very top up there, I'm going to use iron blocks and build a propeller. So it looks like this is this kind of floating contraption in the sky, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the idea I have for it. And it's been a while just kind of playing with the numbering and stuff on this ring. Luckily, I got it right pretty much the first try with a little bit of playing around. So this is the design we're going with for the rings, and we'll do it over here. And we're just going to work on this one tower on camera, and after this one tower is done, I can just kind of do the other one off camera, and then you'll just know it's the same process. So since we want to start at the bottom on the top over there, since starting from the top and going to the bottom is a pain in the wazoo, we need to know how many blocks it is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That doesn't... That's 3. That's 3, and that... No, it is 9. Okay. So, if we come back up here, we'll have to go 9 down, and then that's where we want to start the first spruce ring. Okay, so we'll come back up here, and we'll know... Okay, so the... Oh, what? No. You're doing it wrong, Dirt. Just listen to my commands and go where I want you to. Okay, so that's going to be the 2 leaves, the marble, the glowstone, the marble, the 2 leaves, and then logs. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, okay. We did it right. Now let's just get this dirt out of our way, and we can actually start getting ready to build a ring. So like I said, the process is very simple once you get it down. It's pretty repetitive. It's 1 log, then 2 sets of 2 logs, and then a set of 8 logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, you know, just use some dirt to the side, and then 2 sets of 2 again. And that'll bring you back over here to the cobble, and then you just put 1 down, and you are done. That is all you need. And then I just need to do that 4 times. So it's pretty simple, pretty repetitive process, and not too bad to do once you get it going. Alright, so why this time lapse is going on? I figured this would be the perfect couple of minutes to go ahead and discuss the floating islands that I talked about previously that I would be wanting to do in vanilla as our kind of decorative way to keep our factorization from permanently uglifying sounds like a good word, uglifying the environment. So I'm thinking I'd go up about 64 blocks. So the island's ground level is at 64, or 120, wait. The build height is 256. So if I build up 64 blocks from ground level, I could get up to 128, and then I'd still have 128 blocks to go up. I think, if I'm making sense. So what my idea is, I'm going to have a bunch of these floating islands way up there in the sky, and each one will be dedicated to a specific resource. For instance, we will have Spruce Island, And Spruce Island will just be an island that is a spruce forest, and we will use that to just gather the ever-loving fudge cakes out of spruce logs. And I think that's going to be a really good idea in the end, to have these floating land masses that contain all of the farms we'll ever need. I would like to build a massive, massive sugarcane farm on top of one of them. And I actually have a really cool idea for what I want to do with the sugarcane farm. Not saying anything about it yet, because I kind of want to work it out and see what exactly I can do with it. But I think the idea I have will be pretty cool in the end, if I can pull it off. So there's going to be tons of these floating islands, and I'm not exactly sure how many of them I'm going to do. I may end up doing more than one thing per island. Say maybe I'll have a sand generator on an island with a cobble generator, since those things don't take up too much space, and they fall in the same general category of general block grinding and collection. And the great thing is, once we get the massive sugarcane farm done, and the villager marketplace, which we'll talk about later in this episode, so don't worry, right after this we will be talking about the villager marketplace a little more. But once we get a massive sugarcane farm going and a villager marketplace, we're probably never going to have to mine again. As it is, iron does us just fine for 90% of the time, and then every once in a while we will probably want some diamonds or other fancy things. Then we can always just use villagers and villager trading to get those resources. We already have a couple of blacksmiths set aside in our little ghetto shack. But yes, I'm really, really excited for the flying islands. I think it's the coolest. I think it's going to be the coolest project I have ever undertaken in Minecraft. I mean, even the decoration of this iron farm is a pretty big project for vanilla, and I'm not sure I've really done anything this scale before, but I'm really excited for it, and so far I've really been enjoying myself. Even the resource grinding has really kind of got me back into vanilla lately. I've recently been having some trouble. As you guys may know, I said it in a video, that I've been having a small problem with vanilla where I was kind of getting bored of it in some instances and was having trouble to find new things to do. And I think this mega project of doing a floating island, which by the way I'm planning on connecting all the floating islands via sky tram or sky rails, I just think it's going to be absolutely amazing. I think it's going to look cool, and I'm really excited to do it because I think at the end it's going to be something I'm proud of, and hopefully you guys will love it. So this is coming to an end pretty quickly. Really doesn't take that long to get these rings built once you get the groove down. So I will let you guys enjoy the rest of this time lapse with a little bit of groovy music. And in approximately 40 seconds, judging by the timer, I will join back up with you in first person and in real time, and we'll talk about some other things, and goodness and entertainment will hopefully be had. So I hope to see you guys all again soon. Well, I will see you again soon. This isn't the end of the video. Anyway, just go back to just watching. Ignore my commentary. Alright, and we are just about to wrap this baby up. Oh my goodness. This was fun to make. It's been a while since I've done some serious vanilla building like this, and it's quite enjoyable. It surprisingly isn't too expensive to do this. I believe it's about a stack and a half per one of these rings is about how much you'll need to do one. But at the end, I think it turned out pretty good, and I don't think I have any errors this time. Everything seems to line up pretty good. Let's see here, which side am I on? Okay, so the ladder is over this way. Okay, so I'm just surprised I didn't fall to death. Of course, I did refined my enchanted iron armor that I had gotten quite a while ago, and that included my feather falling boots. So those saved me once, but I think that fall was off camera earlier? I don't remember. Let's see here. I think I can get rid of that piece of dirt now. And I believe the rings are done. Now, just out of curiosity, I left the iron farm, or I emptied the iron farm out before I started working on the first ring. And I want to see, between those two rings, how much iron we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 1/4 stacks of iron for, oh, I don't know. It was probably a good... You know, I should go check the footage, see how long one of those rings took me to build. So it's approximately a half an hour to build one of those rings, according to the footage. And I'm going to assume I probably spent more like an hour on the first ring, since I was just kind of figuring out. So, 8 1/4 stacks of iron isn't that bad for an hour and a half of doing other things in the world. So, ooh, rain, go away, come again some other day. So here, you go in there, and so do you. You belong in here. You are there. And, yeah, you all fit in there. Even though I probably should have... Oh well. Okay. And wait, I have some more marble on me. Just throw you in there and throw... Wait, no, where's the dirt chest? There it is. That's where I kept my pillar ring dirt. Okay, and then just put you guys in the miscellaneous. I'll just hold on to you just in case I need you. Okay, so yeah, that was not a bad building project. And I think let us go get on top of a hill from which we can thoroughly view our crafted pleasure. Yes, I think that's going to look really cool, because then we're going to put a ball here, and then that tube in the middle. The tube is going to only occupy about the center space, and there's going to be the little tendrils going out, connecting it to the rings. And there'll be a fan blade up there. And then I'm probably going to use like a little chain or something on the bottom of this ball to make it hold to the ground. And then I just kind of have to build a fancy tube around this thing, and then maybe put another propeller here in the middle or something to help look like the middle has support. But I mean, look at this and then look at that. Like that is a major visual improvement. And after I get rid of those cobble struts and fill in the center with a little tube, I think that'll be good. Let me know in the comments down below whether or not you want me to film building the ball and the tube, or if you guys would rather me start filming some other projects, like the floating islands. I am game for either. I know you guys tend to like the time-lapse talkie stuff, so if you guys want some more time-lapses of me decorating the iron farm, I would be more than happy to do so. You guys just gotta let me know what you want to see. Okay, so now I want to show you the other major project I was working on aside from resource gathering. Basically, I utilized the 5 bajillion chests worth of cobble I have from working on the mob farm, and I quarantined off an area of the nether. This whole area I have slabbed and walled. Oh, I left a piece of glowstone up there. Seriously? I have to go back and get that later. Speaking of getting glowstone, as part of gathering glowstone, I had a silk touch shovel I was running around the nether with. I am so mad because I lost that thing in a lava accident, and I have not been able to get another one. So, yeah, I'm going to have to work kind of hard trying to get myself another silk touch iron shovel. But, oh well. Hopefully we can get some sort of ender farm going soon, and that will help alleviate the problem. But you can see in the cobble walls, I've just kind of poked some holes, so I have ways of getting out into the surrounding nether. But the reason I did this is because I want to take all of the villagers I have for trading and bring them here into the Nether. And I want to create basically a marketplace for villagers as my Nether hub. So I'm going to kind of probably go up a couple blocks over here and build like this big building, but I'm going to make it look like it's the overworld. You're not going to be able to see any of this cobble or netherrack or anything. It's going to be a closed-in space with windows and grass and such. Another reason to be mad I lost my iron silk touch shovel, because I can't gather grass that way. But that's what that will be. And then there'll be a passageway leading from that down over here to my tunnel to spawn. So that'll be a project we're working on in the near future. It's not terribly high up my list right now, but I did, on top of resource gathering, spend a bunch of time doing this. Like, you guys... At this point, you guys should be able to tell why, since I changed the name to Factorization, why I've only had like 2 episodes, maybe 3. It's because this is what I've been doing. I've been gathering resources for all the projects I want to do, and I've been working on making this area of the Nether safe from ghasts, so that way I can build myself a very nice villager market in the near future, and also just be generally safe when I want to go to the Nether. The only big issue I'm going to have to worry about right now are blazes, and quite frankly, I really don't run into blazes that often, so even though we are in hell, it is not filled with the blazes that BOO so often likes to curse. Very nice, very nice. Almost as nice as a shiny pearl found in the deep ocean of a moon sunset on the 9th day of November, when the moon is a nice bright red in the sky for the blood feast of the vampires. Oh, it's a little overcasty in Minecraft today, just like in real life. Oh, yeah, it's very overcasty out where I am right now, and I am thoroughly enjoying the overcastiness. It can get quite hot here. It was a wonderful day to go outside in a bikini and wax the car. It's a disturbing image. I can't wait for someone to make a koala bikini skin. It'll ruin my day. So disturbing. Alright, so we have some good and bad news. On the list of things I have done off camera, you might want to add finish the road going to MK's house, at least laying down the cobble bits of it. We got a little bit past the halfway point on camera, the other episode, and now it is, well, at the 100% paved part. And MK and I will be getting together in the very near future to record decorating it. However, we are about to maybe get kicked from the server because it appears in the most recent snapshot, my mob farm, when you are near it, causes you to lag out and disconnect from the server. And I've only been to it once since we have updated the server to 25B, which is what I believe we are on now. But I just... Ooh, no. Okay, yeah. I want to go down here really quickly and see if we are going to lag out again, or if that was just like a one-time freak incident and now everything is fine. So let's walk over here really quickly and try to open a chest. The chests seem to open fine. Gravel's falling, I can pick up blocks. Okay. So it appears that being kicked from the server while near my mob farm was like a one-time freak incident that I'm not exactly sure what it was caused by. Kind of disappointing because unfortunately I lost a lot of... Basically, I had AFK'd here for a while and got a bunch of drops. And I ended up having to kill myself to get out of here, and I haven't really been back here since, and it looks like the drops despawned that I had on me. But that's fine. That is fine indeedio. And the mob farm is another project I want to work on. It's okay as it is, but to be honest, I want to tear this whole thing down and replace it with a tripwire piston pushing mob farm, which should be way more efficient and give us way more drops than our current setup. Our current setup was a fun experiment that I did enjoy at the time. However, it really turned out to not be the most efficient of mob farms. So I have no problem accepting that my experiment was mediocre at best and tearing it down, and we shall build something whose prosperity shall go forth and conquer us, a nation of magic. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it sounds cool, so we should totally do that. Okay guys, we are coming to the end of this episode as the army of zombies and their friends who spawn more zombie friends come after us. I have a question for you. I want to start using hardened clay in builds, and I've been just kind of swimming around the nearby river and such, and I'll probably have to start exploring the ocean soon for clay. And I have gotten about not quite a single chest of clay, but I don't know, maybe like 2/3 of a single chest of clay. Clay blocks, not just clay balls. So I was wondering if you guys had any tips on gathering clay, or if really just swimming around with a shovel is just about the only way to get it. I wish there was some way I could like fortune clay and get more clay, but of course that would create some sort of weird infinite clay glitch where you could just break a clay block over and over and eventually just get more clay out of it. So, you know, good job on Mojang for balancing the game, but I need me some of that colored hardened clay because it looks nice, and quite frankly, I'm with many people in the opinion that as nice as colored wool is, it is a really flimsy building material, and it tends to feel really weak when you make building primarily out of wool. So I really want to start using the hardened clay colored blocks, and if you guys know of any good ways to go around gathering said clay, please let me know in the comments. And probably going to have to build a sand generating machine for sandstone, because I need me some sandstone in my life, and I'd really like to just build a sand generator to do that for me. Not sure if you guys consider that cheaty, but I don't know. It's in the game. It's usable. Okay, well, there are beautiful rings that we have built. Remember to let me know in the comment section whether or not you want to see me build the balls and the tube, because if you do, I'll record it. If you guys want to see me working on a different project, such as building a floating island, fixing the mob farm, getting the nether market done, or decorating my nether passage to spawn, there's a ton of things we have to start working on. So just let me know in the comments down below whether you guys want to watch me do the iron farm, or if you want me to do this off camera and start getting to some of the other cool projects we have planned. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me, and it helps me out. And I will see you guys all in the next episode. Doodles!